All right. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Off the Bench Sports Podcast. Davis is out this week, so you have me. I'm going to be doing some Q&A. I got the Guardians Yankees up on the screen in front of us. See, we already got people in chat. Hi, Sophie. What's up? Hope you're having a good day. Well, hope to see some other people join in soon. If y'all have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments. I'll be willing to answer any questions that are sports related. If you want to, if y'all have any questions about anything sports related, you can. Sophie, I see your chat. For anyone asking, Sophie is my girlfriend, so she's been supportive. Predictions for Tennessee, Bama. Sophie wants to know my predictions for Tennessee, Bama. So both teams had very close calls last week. Obviously, Alabama pulled out their win against South Carolina by 2. And Tennessee won in overtime against Florida with a touchdown to end the drive, or to end the game. I think this game could go either way. Being as unbiased as possible, I think this game could go either way. I think Tennessee or Bama can end up pulling this one out. I really just think it depends on if Tennessee's offense can get rolling or not. If Tennessee's offense can play good, I think there's a very big chance that they win this game. But if Tennessee's offense plays like they have the past 2 games, I don't see Tennessee winning this one. Unfortunately for me as a Tennessee fan, I know if Davis were on stream, he'd have a little bit of a different opinion with him being a Bama fan. But yeah, that's my predictions for that. I'd say bias. I'm going to say Tennessee wins that game by a field goal, same as the last time we beat them. I mean, I don't think it's going to be a wide margin of scoring at all. I think it's going to be close pretty much the entire game, especially if Tennessee's offense can play well, play fast, and play aggressive. Then it should be a very fun game. So, yep. So we said go Vols. JT, what's up, JT? Predictions for Texas versus Georgia. Yeah, I'm gonna say Texas wins this one, just because the dominance we've seen out of them. I mean, last week we'll talk about this more Thursday. Hopefully we'll actually be able to have a podcast episode on Thursday. But what they did in the Red River rivalry against Oklahoma, very impressive. I mean, the fact that they were able to score as much as they did and hold them to score as much as Oklahoma did. I mean, that was just an absolute clinic. Quinn Ewers had a great return game. He played very well. And, I mean, I don't know. Georgia won their game by 10 against Mississippi State, who got blown out by Toledo, who got blown out by Buffalo. College football has been very weird. Not to say this Georgia team can't go out and compete with this Texas team, but I've seen a lot of dominance from Texas. I think Texas wins this one. I think that it is I think Texas, you could see a few things. You could see Georgia come out and play very dominant, and Texas only wins by a touchdown or maybe touchdown and field goal. Or Georgia does not come out and play good, and Texas wins by 2 or 3 scores, meaning 2 or 3 touchdowns. I don't really see that happening as much. I think Texas wins by either a touchdown or a touchdown and field goal. So, yeah, that's my prediction. I'm gonna say Texas by 10 is what I'm gonna say for that prediction. Games you're looking most forward to this week: football or baseball? Well, as far as football goes, the NFL we got some good games this week. Let's see. Kansas City at San Francisco is probably the NFL game I'm most excited about. That one's at 4:25 p.m. on Sunday. And then also the New York at Pittsburgh game, the primetime game on Sunday. Get to see Devontae Adams at Pittsburgh, reuniting with Aaron Rodgers. So that's going to be very interesting to see. Then the Monday Night Football game next week is also going to be very good. Baltimore at Tampa Bay. Two teams who have been doing exceptionally well. I mean, Tampa Bay put up, I think it was 54 last game, and just ridiculous. But Baltimore's been rolling, so that'll be very good. As far as college football goes, I mean, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, Texas, those are the two games I'm looking most forward to. Huge playoff implications for those four teams in this game. So, yeah, I'm very excited for that. And then as far as baseball, there's really only two things going on for baseball is league championships. So tonight, obviously, I have on the screen Yankees and Guardians are playing at the moment. Yankees up 6-2. They're lead 1-0 in the series. And then Dodgers and Mets are tied 1-1 apiece. They play tomorrow at 8:08 p.m. Very excited for that series. I mean, it'd be very cool for Yankees to pull out in the ALCS and the Mets to pull out in the NLCS. For us to see a Subway Series World Series. In my opinion, that'd be very cool. But both of these championship series have been very entertaining to watch. And I hope it continues to be that way. So, moving on. JT said Texas is 4-1 against Georgia all time. All win at home. Yep, that is true. So if you say go Chiefs, except all the good players are hurt. Yeah, the Chiefs have had a bunch of injuries, unfortunately. Did the Braves make it? I haven't been keeping up. No, the Braves did not make it. They got put out in the wild card by the Padres, unfortunately. Being a Braves fan, I wanted them to go all the way, but with the injury bug, to even make it to the playoffs with the injury bug we had this year was just actually very impressive what they were able to do. So, yep, unfortunately couldn't advance any further than the wild card, but for what they were able to do with the amount of injuries they had was very impressive. So, yep. Any other questions y'all got? Y'all can put them in chat. Right now we're looking at Yankees Guardians. Obviously let's see, I'll put that banner on there. Just there we go. Yeah, Yankees up 6-2. Gleyber Torres up to bat. So bottom of the 8th. Does Kennesaw State get a win in their first season as a D1 program? Okay, that's a good question. All right, let's pull up. Now that you say that, let's go to standings. And we're going to pull up Kennesaw State's schedule to see. All right, let's look here. Do they play? Yeah, I don't know about that. JT, I do not believe that Kennesaw State is going to make a playoff. Or not, obviously not going to make a playoff. I do not believe they will win a game, unfortunately, in their first season. Yeah, they are playing MTSU right now. For them down 14-5. The MTSU Blue Raiders have not been great either. 1-5, 0-2 in conference play. Just very stale. I haven't been able to catch too much of their season. Unfortunately, I'd like to watch a little bit more, which they are pretty close to where we're at. So, but yeah, they are not looking too hot, but I don't think Kennesaw State really will pick up a win, unfortunately. Yeah, they are down 14-5 right now. So, yeah, I just don't see them with their schedule. They go to play. Let me pull that back up. Playing MTSU, they don't pull that out. I think they get probably blown out by Liberty. At Western Kentucky, probably get beat by a good margin too. At UTEP, same thing. Versus Sam Houston and versus FIU, they probably will put up a little bit more of a fight. And then at Louisiana Tech, I'd assume they'd get beat by 1 or 2 scores too. The only thing with UTEP is they are also defeated. They have not won a game yet, if I'm not mistaken. I think they are 0-6. So that would probably be the closest one. But still, I don't see them pulling that out, unfortunately for them. So, most boring game you've watched this year? Yeah, I bet it's pretty boring. So, if you said, who do you think will win the Heisman this year? I think that's still happening. I don't know. Yes, it is still happening. I believe that it will be Ashton Jeanty, however you want to say it. He is just absolutely electric. What he's been able to do this year has been insane. Over 1,200 rushing yards so far in the season. We're only through, I believe they've played 6 games, maybe 7. I think 6 games. I don't know if they've had a bye week yet. We can go look at that, actually. Boise State. I know they cracked the top 25. There they are. Yeah. 6 games. Their only loss coming to Oregon, who just beat the number 2 team in the country, which is now another number 2 team in the country, Ohio State. And Oregon's now at number 2. Yeah, I have Ashton Jeanty. His one blemish is going to be, not playing against the competition, kind of like we talked about in our first podcast episode. But if we go to his statistics, pull those up so I can give you the exact numbers. Yeah, 126 carries, 1,248 yards, 17 touchdowns, and his average per carry is 9.9 yards. So he averages pretty much a first down every single time he gets the ball. Very impressive from the young man. I mean, it's really ridiculous what he's doing right now. So that's my Heisman front runner. After that, I'd have probably Travis Hunter as a close second. Just to what he's able to do on the field is very impressive. But being able to play corner and wide receiver at the same time. So, yeah. He's on pace to beat Barry Sanders' rushing record. Yes, he is. I believe he is 70 to 80 yards ahead of where Barry Sanders was at this point. Maybe it might be 100, but it's somewhere in that range. Very impressive. I mean, I definitely see him beating Barry Sanders' rushing record this year. And if he does that, I think you have to give him the Heisman. So, Barry Sanders won a Heisman when he did the exact same thing. And for Ashton Jeanty to do this, actually do more, very impressive. So, absolutely. Yeah, so it's now top of the 9th now for Guardians Yankees. Yankees just have to finish the job here on the defensive side, and they'll get out of this game and lead the series 2-0. Yeah, unfortunately, guys, I was going to stream some games today. I was going to play some like NCAA and probably some MLB The Show, maybe Madden 2K. But I unfortunately am missing one of my cords I need to be able to stream the games on the screen. So once I get that cord, we will do more of that. Not as much if when Davis is back, but Yeah. All right. Moving on to get some more questions. So, have you said favorite Tennessee football player? Yours is Squirrel White. That's good. That's good. Mine right now is probably Dylan Sampson, just because of what he's doing. That Florida game, we don't win without Dylan Sampson. The Oklahoma game, I don't think we win without Dylan Sampson. All the other games, Arkansas, we obviously had trouble doing anything in that game. But UTC, NC State, and Kent State, I mean, yeah, they're whatever. Dylan Sampson had a good game. Yeah, I mean, he's had a great season so far. That's probably my favorite. So yeah, as of right now, as much as I want to say Nico, he's not doing much for us right now, unfortunately. So yeah, he's your second favorite. He carried in the Florida game. He did carry in the Florida game very much. JT said, "Who's your NBA champion in this upcoming year, and who gets MVP?" That's a very good question. Unfortunately, I have not thought about it. As Jose Ramirez actually hits a home run. That's awesome. Not Todd, sorry. Guardians have 3 now. NBA champion this year. I think there's a lot of possibility. I'd love to see Minnesota. I'd love to see the Timberwolves make a run. I love Anthony Edwards. Love what he does in the league. He's a very electric player, very fun to watch. Makes the NBA very exciting. Sometimes in those regular season games, it can get pretty bland, but he has been very fun to watch. And in the Olympics too, that team was very fun. I could see the Timberwolves making a run. I could see Dallas making a run with Luka. Clay did not have a great outing in his last game. I believe he went 0 for 6 on threes, which was not great. And he ended up scoring 0 points in 16 minutes, which was unfortunate. Let's see. I also believe, so Minnesota, I could see Dallas making a run. Speaking of, with Minnesota, Dante DiVincenzo is going to help that team out tremendously. He balled out against the Knicks in their last preseason game. Had a great game, talked some trash. I mean, I really do think that's probably who I'm going to say will make a deep run would be the Timberwolves, but other options would be Dallas. Denver could make a run. OKC can make a run. If the Lakers can stay healthy, they could make a run. Boston could easily go back. Milwaukee. If Miami can add a few right pieces, they can make a run. Those are just a few, but my front runner right now would probably be Minnesota from the West, and then probably Boston again from the East. And I'm going to say Minnesota ends up winning, and Anthony Edwards is your MVP. So that's my prediction. Nico is not doing the best right now. I'm disappointed. He's young. We've absolutely seen that from him. We've seen his youth show a little bit, especially in that Arkansas game, running it out in the last minute, and just some of the issues he's having. In the Florida game, he had a real problem with staring down receivers, which was you can't do that. MA worked in high school, but that's not going to work as a D1 college quarterback. And he's got to be better at looking safeties off, making reads quicker. I will say that he seems to do better when he can get out of the pocket and use his legs. Whenever he runs to the left and sets his feet and throws is when he tends to be most accurate. And makes his best throws. Also, when he's on the run to the right, he can also do that. But I'd say the best I've seen him is when he rolls out left, sets his feet, and then delivers the ball. Usually is that's what I've seen of him. That's been impressive. But yeah, I'm also disappointed in his performance. hoping he'd be like Hendon Hooker. Yeah, Hendon had been in college football for a long time. So back in 2016, he was a true freshman, redshirt freshman at Virginia Tech. So 2022, he was a 6-year senior, which would have been his last year with the Vols. He had been in the college system for a very long time. So he was at Virginia Tech first, came over to Tennessee, and then went through that system for 2 years. Traded reps with Joe Milton in 2021, and then 2022 got the starting job. Obviously, had a great season, balled out, got injured in the South Carolina game, tore ACL, out for the season. Has been having little splashes in the NFL preseason and at practice and training camp and all those things. And he's had more ball experience than Nico has. I mean, this is his second year in college. Obviously, he redshirted last year. He played in a few games last year. He played in the bowl game last year and dominated. But that was just there's a lack of wisdom, so to say, from Nico. He's still a kid, very young, very talented. He just got to adjust to SEC football. So very excited to see him moving on, though, what he's going to do. Because if Josh Heupel can do what he did with Hendon Hooker, who was a 3-star talent, maybe at most, out of high school, imagine what he can do with a true 5-star. So very excited. JT said, trying to think of more questions. I appreciate that. Yeah, if y'all have any questions, just drop a comment below. I'll try to answer them. Also, if y'all want to share with your friends, they can ask some questions too. Wouldn't mind answering those. So Subby said, what are you looking forward to for college baseball? Obviously, Tennessee won the national championship last year. I was very excited about that. Tennessee is going to be very talented again as far as what I know, because last year we had perfect game All-American shortstops, well, middle infielders, and outfielders sitting the bench. And not just sitting the bench, like being at like third string. So I'm very excited to see Tennessee this year. I'm very excited to see if LSU can bounce back this year. That's gonna be a good story. I'm curious to see how Florida does without Jack Caglione, and just the overall outlook of college baseball. It's gonna be a fun year. So he said, share it on your Insta story. That's cool. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. JT, did you hear what Jose Ramirez did before Game 5 against the Tigers? No, I did not. What did he do at Game 5 against the Tigers? Before Game 5, I guess. I did not hear about that. Also, Yankees won, by the way, 6-3. So they jumped to a 2-0 lead in the series against the Guardians. So, yeah. So far, the Subway Series request has been good. So we said, yeah, go Yankees. JT, I'm curious what did Jose Ramirez do before Game 5 against the Tigers? I haven't heard about that. Very curious to see that. You like the Yankees logo? Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, let's see. He offered his teammates $1,000 per home run and $500 per RBI. Yeah, it did work. It 100% worked. I mean, they dominated that game. Maybe that's just what he needs to do. I mean, I'm sure he's got the money to handle it. Because this Guardians team needs to pick it up if they're going to win out in the series. Because Yankees have already jumped to a 2-0 lead. Obviously, you get down 3-0, and it's a lot harder to come back. So the next game's a real big one for them to win. So, absolutely, that's awesome though. I did not hear about that. That is pretty cool though. Let's see. Let's check on. I bought 2K25 today, NBA 2K25. So I'm just checking the download on it. All right. Yeah, we might play some sports games on here. Me and Davis play all the time for fun, and I talked about since he was out of town, maybe playing some on here on the channel just to play and interact with y'all. And he said that'd be good, but so we may be doing that soon. We have an NBA player wearing the number 58 for the first time ever. Let's see, number 58. Who's wearing 58? I'm curious now. I have not even seen that. I would like to know this player and why he chose, out of every number possible, 58. It's very interesting. I'm very curious to see who this is. Let's see what game can I put up here. So I'm getting NHL on. The Preds got killed. That's nice. Let's put on. I'll do this one. I'm not advertising McDonald's either. I'm sorry, guys. I don't. It's just. Sophie said, "What's wrong with 58?" It's just it's a weird number to have in basketball. But yeah, it's weird for basketball. Jack McVeigh added his college number, NBL first members in Olympics. Huh. His mom made up the idea. Let's see. Jack McVeigh. Interesting. On the Rockets? Yeah. That's awesome. Oh, his wife made up the idea. That's actually pretty cool. I don't see any problem with it now. That's important. There's meaning to it. That's pretty cool. Rockets. Speaking of the Rockets, if they add a few pieces, they could be very explosive. I mean, Jalen Green. You got Thompson. I think Dylan Brooks is still in there, if I'm not mistaken. I don't believe Dylan Brooks has been traded. Wait, or did he get released? Maybe I'm tripping. I might be. But Houston is seriously a few explosive pieces away of from being very, very good. No, Dylan Brooks did not get dropped. I'm not tripping. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Almond Thompson, Fred VanVleet now. Obviously, Jalen Green. Steven Adams. That's a little bit of a throwback. Back 2016, best sports year ever with OKC. Steven Adams. The GOAT Steven Adams. I had that question asked me at football practice the other day, actually. We talked about some random things on the sidelines, and I got asked what the best version of Steven Adams is, and said OKC. I was like, yeah, I know ball. So yeah, Jack McVeigh. That's pretty cool though, actually. For sure. Yeah, if y'all don't know, I put the Blackhawks Flames game up here. So Got that on. Flames are leading 2-1 in third period. JT said, do you take James Harden or Russell Westbrook in their prime? This is a hard question. I think I'm going to go Russ here. That's hard. Yeah, I'm going to go Russ probably. Man, that is a good question. Yeah, James Harden had the handles. He could shoot exceptionally well, especially in his prime. Russ was explosive and just he'd go dunk. He Mr. Triple Double himself. Yeah, I mean I gotta take Russ here. Prime Russ for sure. Mr. Triple Double. More team value, I think, than James Harden. Yeah, I'm gonna take Russ. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, or Tim Tebow. So I think I can go ahead and cross one of these guys off the list. And his last name starts with a T. Now, granted, if we're talking about college, Tim Tebow was the best college, probably out of all of these. But NFL, it's between Brady and Manning. I'm taking Brady just because his dominance. Other than Michael Jordan, Brady's the greatest competitor of all time. There's no way you can disprove that. I mean, he literally in his home gym, he had literally a map and a line like drawn from where he was to wherever the Super Bowl was going to be that year. It's had it circled. So, I mean, you just ultimate competitor. As far as regular season, I'd probably take Manning. Manning had more MVPs. Better win-loss record in the regular season. But Brady, obviously, way more Super Bowls. A lot of postseason dominance and regular season dominance, but more postseason. So, yeah, I'm taking Brady. Johnny Manziel or Tim Tebow in college? This one is kind of biased for me just because I actually got to, like see Johnny Manziel. Like, I wasn't around for Tebow, like, playing in college as far as, like, couldn't comprehend it as a young child. But Manziel, I remember watching him in college, and what he was absolutely electric. I mean, the game, his freshman year against Alabama, go back and watch that game alone, and you can see why he's the greatest college player ever, in my opinion. What he was able to do with how little he put into it was very impressive. In college, if you watch the Johnny Manziel documentary, you'll know what I'm talking about. Go watch it, by the way. It's an incredible show. So I'm taking Manziel. Very impressive what he was able to do. Obviously, NFL career, you could go either. Both of them, neither of them panned out. But I'm probably gonna take Manziel. Absolutely. So, all right, let's see. Let's check on some more games here. Flyers are up 2 on the Oilers at the end of the first. Let's see. Is college football still on? Yeah. MTSU still up 14-5 on Kennesaw. New Mexico State is up 17-14 on La Tech. Some NBA preseason. OKC beat Denver 124-94. Utah's up on Sacramento with a minute 39 left. Golden State leads LA Lakers 58-51.5. Well, that's interesting. I'll put the Flyers on. Flyers Oilers. That's about to start second period. All right. First freshman to win the Heisman. Can't deny the stats. Sure. That is true. First freshman ever. Paved the way for many to come. Well, more than there would have been. So, yeah, can't deny the stats. He balled out. He was a baller for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Did you see Tom Brady is a partner of the Raiders? Yeah, so he's been a part-time kind of owner for a while. And now he's starting to be more integrated into the program. I also saw something today that he is actually going to have the choice of helping choose a new quarterback for the Raiders. So might end up saving the program possibly. Or might end up saving the franchise possibly if they can do that, because they are, especially after losing Devontae Adams today, it's going to be rough. The defense is not bad. Obviously with Max Crosby leading that, but the offense is horrendous, just absolutely terrible. So yeah, pretty bad. Saw they announced the stadium for the Super Bowl. Yeah, they announced it for 2028. So the 2028 Super Bowl is going to be played in Atlanta. Hopefully by that time, this podcast will be big enough and we will be able to go and be there live in person. That'd be pretty awesome to be able to do that. And I wouldn't complain. Atlanta's about 2.5 hours from here, so it'd be very cool to go down there and see that. I believe it's in New Orleans. Excuse me. I believe it's in New Orleans this year, so I bet you will. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for that. I sure hope so. So we're gonna keep working at it, and y'all keep sharing and keep tuning in, and keep checking us out on YouTube and Spotify and Instagram. We got Twitter too. We don't post on the Twitter too much, but we might start posting over there, and we might be creating a TikTok soon. We got one of our buddies that offered to manage a TikTok for us, so we might be having that come up very soon. So yeah, let's see here. Okay, does y'all just like NBA 2K take for like mine? Literally takes so long to download. Like I started downloading it probably about 3-4 o'clock, and it still has like an hour and a half left to download. But you should let me manage your TikTok, bro. Maybe we'll see. Yeah, mine takes forever. So if y'all don't remember you ever having NBA 2K, but if you'd like to get it, we can definitely get you set up, and I can cook you in some 2K. So, all right. Yeah, I mean, as long as y'all keep pouring in questions and talking, I'm willing to. I probably won't make this too much longer than an hour. If I even do end up going over an hour, just because I just wanted to get on here live and interact with y'all, and so because we weren't able to have a pod come out yesterday, so unfortunately, but we'll try to have an episode out Thursday, even if it is just me talking. I'll try to get one out. Do some. We're going to talk about the new NLI, the National Letter of Intent ban, what that means for the NCAA. So yeah, we'll talk more in depth on that next podcast episode. But played FIFA with Cloner, brother, in elementary, and I got cooked. Yeah, I'd cook you in FIFA too. I don't play too much FIFA. I'm not really big soccer. I mean, we don't really talk about soccer on here unless like we may talk about the World Cup when it comes around. But primarily we'll stick to college football, basketball, baseball, and then NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL. We'll talk about golf and UFC and maybe some soccer like every now and then, but probably not as much soccer. But you will one day in NCAA, huh? Like, oh, you'll cook me in NCAA? That's not gonna happen. But sure. Whatever you need to tell yourself. Also, I have no idea what commercials are playing on there. I think it's the Casanet McDonald's, the new McDonald's thing. But let's see. Let me go here. What else is there to look at? International friendly. Mexico beat USA, unfortunately. Not a big soccer guy, but yeah. NHL scoreboard. College football scoreboard for the night. NBA preseason scoreboard, if you need to look. I'm actually curious to see. I want to look at these stats for Thunder. Shaw had 19, but I wonder what his minutes were. 20 minutes, 16, no, 19 points. 5 assists, 3 rebounds. Interesting. Let's go check on our boy Dalton Connect. See if he's been playing any. That is the Warriors. 8 minutes, 3 points. And a steal. Nice. That game's in the third quarter. I might have to go watch that one after this is over. So did pretty good today. His favorite sports game to play? Probably NCAA, just because that's growing up. I had NCAA, Madden, 2K, the show, and I'd get like NHL like every like 2 or 3 years, and I'd same with FIFA and WWE, and whenever there was a golf game. Sometimes I'd get a golf game, but probably NCAA. Grew up with that. Now, if we're going other than that, because we didn't have NCAA for a long time, probably 2K. I played a lot of 2K from like 2016, like 2K16 to like probably 2K15 to 2K22. Played a lot of 2K. Same with really Madden and MLB, but more 2K. I loved doing my team until it started getting like it is now. 2K22 is really the last of my team I really got into. My career's been good, but the GOAT. So favorite sports game to play. I'll talk about my favorites in each show. My favorite. Favorite Madden of all time. I'd say they're Madden 17, maybe 18. 16 was also really good. One of those 3. Favorite 2K of all time, 2K16 without a doubt. Favorite MLB The Show of all time, probably The Show 21. I really like The Show 21. Favorite NHL. Had 22, kind of like 22. I liked 16. And then favorite FIFA was probably FIFA 15 or probably 15. NCAA was NCAA 14 before we got this one. 25 is great. I love it. love playing NCAA. That's awesome. I love playing NCAA too. All right. So this is probably where we're going to end the stream. Unless anyone else has any more questions, I'll probably get another minute or so just talking. I appreciate everyone for the questions. I appreciate everyone for tuning in for asking questions. Love being able to interact with y'all, talk, spend a good time. We'll try to have another podcast episode out by Thursday. Y'all make sure to go follow our Instagram for more updates. It should be in our YouTube bio, as long as our Spotify and our Twitter. Go follow our Spotify and our Twitter, and go listen on Spotify. The more streams we get on there, the more it helps us out too. So do that. Make sure to share with your friends. Make sure to hit the like button on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to share with your friends. Let us know if you have anything you'd want us to talk about. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. I believe that's all. So, yeah, we'll try to have a pod, one of the episodes out this Thursday. Yeah, enjoy some good games until then. Some good NHL. I got MLB postseason tomorrow. Some NBA preseason. So enjoy that, and we will see you all very soon. Hopefully, Davis will be able to join us next time. So, yeah. All right, we'll see y'all soon. Peace out.